I'm Pinky Webb. Tonight we ask the questions, we tackle the issues, we clarify matters, and we get on point. The Independent Commission for Infrastructure is now dead. Congressman Edgar Erice made that claim after former DPWH Secretary Babe Singson resigned from the commission. In a press conference, Singson lamented how the ICI lacks teeth to go after people involved in anomalies, something that Erice has also flagged. What does this say about the government's anti-corruption efforts? Let's get on point with House Senior Deputy Minority Leader and Caloocan City Representative Edgar Erice. Congressman Erice, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Okay, dami ko pong gustong tanungin sa inyo. Unang-una kay Secretary Babes Singson, you were texting each other even before his resignation was announced. Matagal na po kayo nag-uusap, no? Magkaibigan ho kayo.
Matagal kami magkasama during the time of President Pinoy.
Pinoy, right? So, what was he telling you? What can you share us about his...
Well, he texted me first, if I remember right, asking me what happens to the bill that we filed together with Representative De Lima and Chel Jokno regarding the legislated ICI.
Ito po yung ICAIC, tama po? Okay.
Tama.
And then?
So, sabi ko, we already filed, and Speaker Boji D, during his inaugural address when we start the session last November 11, if I remember correctly, sabi niya, ipapasa namin yung AIC. Dami kasi. So, by December, before the Christmas break. So we're so excited. So together with the Committee on Reorganization, we conducted series of marathon hearings, and we were able to elicit the opinion of stakeholders, including the ICI itself. So naipasa namin yan more than 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Then suddenly, sabi sa akin ni Chairman Plato, dinala na sa Committee on Appropriations. Pero hanggang ngayon,
what happens after the committee?
Hindi lumalabas.
Ano
dapat yun sa plenary na yun.
Oo nga po. Bakit dadalipas?
For funding purposes. Kasi we believe that in order to be independent, the commission should be funded by the General Appropriations Act.
Yeah. Okay, I want to go to that a little later on. So he was texting you, Secretary Babes, and sabi po niya, what is the progress dito po sa ICAIC?
Sinasabi ko sa kanya, nung una, medyo maganda. So sabi niya, if I can help you convincing the President to certify that as urgent, sabi ko, that's good, sabi ko sa kanya. Then, pagkatapos noon, nag-text ako sa kanya na medyo na-delay. I don't think that we have the time to finish it kasi nga for 2 weeks na-stall eh. Na-stall. So nagtataka ako. Sabi ko sa kanya, parang express ko sa kanya yung frustration. Sabi ko baka yung present system ng ICI baka maging washing machine na kayo niyan. Baka ang image nyo, washing machine, may pinagtatakpan kayo. Sabi niya sa akin, kaya nga, sabi, I share your sentiments. Sabi niya gano'n, why would I risk my life and my family solving the problems of Malacanang? Finding who stole from government. Baka parang sabi niya, I would rather go back to my normal life. Maintain my privacy.
So ano yun, Congressman? Na-disappoint siya?
Na-disappoint siya. Tapos, yung naghuling text niya sa akin siguro mga 2 days ago. Kasi sabi ko nga, sabi ko, baka yan na yung image niya, washing machine. Sabi niya, not only washing machine, but the punching bag of the Office of the President without proper support. So, I'm supposed to deliver yesterday a question of personal privilege to clarify bakit nadidelay. Kasi nga ayoko sanang mawala si Secretary Singson. Pero before I can deliver the speech, nag-resign na siya. So,
Is there any way to change that his mind? Or wala na po yun? Sigurado na po.
I don't want to bother him with his privacy now,
Yeah.
with his private life
Yeah,
now.
because apart from that, sabi
Tingin
niyo nga,
ko,
pero yung washing machine sa inyo nang galing,
Oo.
para kayo naging
yung
washing machine.
yung
Tapos,
punching bag sa kanya.
Sa kanya po, I do not want to be the punching bag.
Yung sabi
don't
niya,
want to
sabi
be
ko kasi, the ICI will look like a washing machine of Malacanang. So, sabi niya, not only washing machine, but a punching bag
Yeah.
of the OP. Without proper support. Kasi yun ang inaangal niyan. Talagang, alam mo, yung ICI law, kung maipapasa yun, it will provide powers of, coercive powers to the
Kasi
commission.
wala silang powers to
Yeah.
subpoena.
Ngayon, wala yun. Parang iniimbita lang nila eh. So, kung
Yeah.
wala silang staff, ang maasa sila sa DOJ. So, kung hindi gumalaw yung DOJ, wala silang magagawa. Third, wala silang pondo. Sabi nga, nanghihiram lang ng computer. Pangapat, wala silang immunity. They are prosecuting powerful people. Kung magkamali sila, kung magkaroon sila ng lapses, so baka bandang uli, sila pa yung mademanda. So, dapat talaga may immunity. I don't think that ICI now is truly independent. I would like to correct myself. Na it's not yet dead, but it's in the ICU. ICI is in the ICU. Kung makakapag-isip ang ating Pangulo, isa-certify niya ito, then we can pass the law, then kasi dun sa law, dinagdagan namin from 3 to 5 members, subsume yung 3 members, tapos yung 1 from the academy and 1 from the
NGO.
NGO,
Diba?
baka sakali. And with all...
Okay, but I still want to talk about Secretary Babes. Was he disappointed? He was disappointed. Was he feeling that there was partiality in the investigation of the
Hindi
ICI?
ko alam. Yun lang, yun exactly yung sinabi ko, yun lang yun.
Siya
Disappointed.
Hindi dahil napupunta o nalilihis ang investigasyon where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Nothing of that sort.
So, nothing of that sort.
Tapos
Pero
affected pa yung health niya. And the
wala
family
naman siya
security.
nasabi. Alam mo, kilala ko si Secretary Babes. Nung siya in-appoint ni President Pinoy sa Department of Public Works and Highways, talagang head-on siya. Hindi naman siya sumuko. Ang dami ring mga pressures doon. Pero yung...
But that was also over 10 years ago or 8 years ago.
Yeah, pero kilala ko siya. Yung patriotism niya, kilala ko yung sense of responsibility niya. Kung tinanggap niya yan, alam niya, kaya niya yan.
But you know what he said, Congressman? Sabi niya, panay daw ang punta niya sa ospital at nabibigyan na daw siya, pinapainom na daw ata siya ng maintenance.
Ang tingin ko, kasi ako tingin ko lang, this is my opinion, kasi iningatan niya yung kanyang reputation, yung kanyang dangal for so many years, di ba? Pagkatapos, siguro may kaba siya na baka mapahiram niya yung mukha niya dito sa
his credibility.
Yung credibility niya sa sa ICI na ito. Kasi ako, for example, I'm beginning to doubt the sincerity of the palace in truly ferreting out the truth.
Why?
Kasi iba-iba na yung narrative nila eh. Iba-iba yung narrative nila. Nung lumabas si Saldico, sinabi na involved yung Malacanang, there's an accusation na involved si Presidente mismo. May 100 billion insertion. Sabi nila, walang insertions kasi yung insertion sila na nga gumawa. Ba't pa sila mag-i-insert sa budget nila? Pero nakalimutan nila na may 5 billion insertion for the office of the President. Why would the BICAM insert 5 billion to the office of the President, sa opisina mismo ni Presidente, na hindi niya alam? Yun, very malaking question mark sa akin.
Can you further discuss that? This is new to me, sir. So may 5
doon
billion.
sa 100 billion.
As doon sa 100, part of that is 5 billion for the office of the President. I see.
So kung hindi nila alam yon, bakit sila, ang request lang nila sa NEP is this certain amount, tapos yung BICAM, dinagdagan sila ng 5 billion. Ibig ba sabihin, hindi alam ng Office of the President, tapos dinagdagan sila ng 5 billion, parang kalokohan yun.
Is it possible that someone knew but the President did not know?
Pwede.
Are you entertaining that idea?
Pwede. Pero Ni-review niya, sabi niya, binasa niya yung 4,000 pages of the 2025 GAA.
Yeah, but does one
Pero
really do that?
bakit hindi niya
Nakita yon.
Oo, ba't di niya nakita yan? Ba't di niya binito? At sinabi tapos nagsalita si Senator Lacson na naniniwala siya na nagamit lang yung pangalan ni Presidente.
Yeah.
Yung cabinet niya, yung inaccuse niya si Bersamin, the two Bersamins and Pangandaman. So,
Cadiz,
tapos,
meron pang Cadiz. Okay.
Nag-resign si E.S. Bersamin on the basis of, sabi nila, nung una, ni Yusek Castro na on the basis of delikadesa. Pero si E.S. Bersamin mismo nagsabi, hindi ako nag-resign, tinanggal ako.
Right.
And somebody told me, hindi pa nga niya in-identify kung sino na yung nagpa-resign sa kanya. So, bakit iba-iba yung naratibo? So,
how do you answer that? What are you thinking of? Bakit ganon? Bakit iba-iba yung naratibo? Bakit pinaalis si dating E.S. Bersamin? Bakit sinasabi niyong meron dong 5 billion that if true the president knew about it, why did he not veto it? Because supposedly in that budget, he vetoed 198 billion ho ba?
Yes.
At least that's what is coming out. So, ano ho ang inyong theory?
well, the government is lying. Why? 2023 budget, GAA. Sinalaula ito ng Kongreso, 300 billion yung insertions, diversions, and amendments. Hindi kumibo si Presidente, hindi kumibo yung Cabinet. Imposibleng hindi alam to ng DBM. 2024. Palagay na hindi nila nalaman yung 2022.
Okay.
2024, mas malaki, 500 billion yung insertions, amendments.
Was this in the BICAM?
BICAM and Congress.
Okay.
Sa small committee. May small committee sa House. So,
500 billion in 2024? Okay.
2024. Hindi gumibo ang Presidente o yung Cabinet. 2025, 473 billion yung insertion, diversions, amendments. Kumibo si Presidente, tinanggal niya lang yung 26 billion. Kasi sumobra na yung budget ng DPWH
Sa Education Department.
sa Education Department.
Which is against the law.
Which is against the law. Pero, bukod dyan, pinabayaan ni Presidente na yung 60 billion sa PhilHealth ilagay sa flood control.
National Treasury.
107
inilipat sa,
billion from PDIC nilagay sa flood control. Yung more than 300 billion na equity ng Philippine government dun sa ating mga foreign flagship projects, tinanggalan ng pondo, nilagay sa public works. Ang pinakamasama nun na nangyari na yon, dahil dyan yung Metro Subway na supposed to be matatapos ng 2028, dahil hindi na pondohan, na delay to 2032. 4 years. Yung PNR elevated rail na dapat matapos ng 2029, matatapos ng 2032. At dahil dyan, sabi mismo ng Department of Transportation, we will accrue an additional expense of 20%. So that's about 300 billion additional expenses. So bakit hindi kumibo dito si Presidente? So either alam niya ito o ano?
What do you think?
Incompetence or complicity. Competence and it's a question of competence and complicity.
And what do you think? As apart from your saying that Malacanang is
I
lying,
don't,
is he incompetent or is he complicit?
But both are I think a
tantamount to wrongdoing.
No, hindi lang wrongdoing. Both are impeachable offense.
I see. We're going to take a very short break. We'll continue our discussion. That's how Senior Deputy Minority Leader in Caloocan, City Representative Edgar Elisay talked about impeachable offense, Congressman. Ibig mo ba sabihin nito, merong plano ang Kongreso na mag-file ng impeachment complaint or even people in your party, congressmen, members of the House of Representatives, which are allied rather with the Liberal Party, do you plan to file an impeachment complaint against the
Wala naman.
President?
Ang nagsasabi lang yan si Kiko Barsaga. Ako naman, ang para sa akin, ang sinasabi ko lagi, the President should explain why. Yun ang mali. Hanggat hindi niya na-explain yun, hanggat may doubts sa yung mga tao, bababa yung ratings niya. At habang si Saldico ay naglalabas ng mga expose at hindi niya sinasagot ng direkta yung tanong na yung bakit napabayaan yung budget ng 3 years na nasalaula ng Kongreso, hanggang hindi niya nasasagot yon, talagang may problema. And kung hindi masasagot yon, ngayon pa lang nararamdaman na natin the economy is taking a hit.
So you basically are saying that the president has not been responding to the allegations of Zaldico, and you think that he should respond even if this was not taken under oath?
Yes,
Kahit
he
po-
should talk to the Filipino people. Bakit? Bakit ba? Kasi natandaan mo, sabi ni Congressman Toby Chanco, November 2024, kinausap sila ni Presidente kasama si Speaker Martin. Sabi niya, bakit hindi ba sapat yung mga bahay na yan, yung mga helicopter na yan? So, ibig sabihin, as early as November 2024,
May
alam na
alam
ni
siya.
Presidente,
Hmm.
bakit pinirmahan niya pa rin yung 2025 budget?
So it's not enough. My question is, it's not enough, even if he signed it, that he vetoed 198 million, if I'm not mistaken, of budget.
Hindi, 26 billion lang yung kanyang binito.
I think I spoke to Senate President Tito Soto, and there appears to be a number of 180, 190 billion.
Baka yung sa unprogrammed funds. Yung unprogrammed funds, ang position ko sa unprogrammed funds, it's not legal, it's not constitutional. Kasi ang unprogrammed funds, wala yung source of revenue. At ang budget, para maaprubahan, kailangan may budget of expenditures tapos may sources of
Dapat
revenue.
may laman yung bangko.
Kaya nga,
bago
nililipat from program funds, nililipat sa unprogrammed funds, tapos pinapalitan ng flood control. Kasi doon nilagay yung yung mga flagship projects, nilagay yung funds. Wala namang source of revenue. Ang source of revenue lang ng unprogrammed funds ay, una, kung magkakaroon ng additional loans. Matagal yun bago i-negotiate. Kung may
new taxes.
new taxes,
So, okay,
matagal
so
din yun.
you're not at this point, if an impeachment complaint is filed against the president, you're not likely, would that be correct, sir, to support that?
Hindi. Ang sinasabi ko, there will come a time in February when the Vice President will be impeached, somebody will file
A complaint,
a
no? of
complaint
impeachment.
against the Vice President. Para, ano ba position namin sa Liberal Party? Sasama kami sa 125 billion, tapos mababayaan namin
Let's
itong
put that into context. You're talking about 125, yung intelligence fund,
intelligence
sir.
fund. Palagay mo ng 500 billion dun sa DepEd, so that's only 600
25.
billion. Tapos dito, 625 million dito. Billions.
Billion.
So, malalagay kami sa alanganin. Ano ba to? Politics lang, or we really want to be part of cleansing the government? So, dapat talaga magpaliwanag
And
si
you're
President.
still thinking about that, if it's politics or really cleansing the
Yes,
government?
yes.
Iniisip niyo pa po yun? Kung anong
Yes.
choice ang inyong gagawin?
Yes, kasi yan yun naman, ang sinasabi ko naman, noon pa sinasabi ko na maski sa Kongreso, maski kay Presidente, maulit at maulit yan hanggang hindi natin babaguhin yung sistema, yung political dynasties, yung turncoatism, yung campaign finance reform, dapat yan. Yan yung pamalit. Yan yung pamalit sa mga kasalanan ng mga politiko sa bayan.
Congressman, you were saying that one way is for the president to explain, hindi ho ba? Kausapin
Yes.
niyo po yung tao, sabi niyo. What about the anti-political dynasty bill filed in Congress? Do you think that if the president certifies this as urgent, that this could actually help him, his image?
Yes, of course, because
Malaking
that's
tulong
against
ho ka-
self-interest. At tingin ko, lalo-lalo na yung mga kabataan, they are against political dynasties. Ako, ang bala ko, kung hindi ma-actionan yung aking, for 5 Congresses, I've been filing that eh. So, I've been fighting political dynasties for almost 4 decades. So, ang gagawin ko, I will file a petition before the Supreme Court na for mandamus.
Sir,
Mandamus.
question, hindi ba meron na pong nag-file before? Hindi ho ba sa Korte Suprema?
I am not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Pero yun, ngayon, ang gusto ko mangyari, the Supreme Court should give a certain period of time for Congress to enact the anti-political dynasty law. Meron pa akong isang...
Sir, It's been 38 years.
Yeah, 39.
Oh, 1987.
Almost 39 years.
It's been almost 39 years. Congress has not passed it. It's part of the 1987 Constitution. Ang sabi po nila, gumawa kayo ng enabling law. Hindi nyo po ginawa.
Hindi
except
sinusunod.
At dun sa mga
binabastos
laban
nila
sa
yung Constitution. And
but that's a I get why they don't do it, because a lot of them belong to political dynasties. But you're called lawmakers, but you're not following the law.
Yeah.
Hindi ho ba kahiya-hiya yun?
Nakakahiya talaga yun. Kaya nga, isa pang pinag-iisipan ko, yung legal team ko, pinag-iisipan, whether to file another, parang ang gusto namin yung Supreme Court na mag-define what is political dynasty. Kasi di ba dun sa impeachment ni BP Sara, sila na yung nag-define kung ano yung rules. So baka pwede naman kayo na mag-define na ano ba yung intent nung nung 1987 Constitutional Commission. Kayo na mag-define ano ba ibig sabihin nito, at
hindi na nga nila kailangan gawin yun, dahil pagkausapan niyo po yung framers of the 1987 Constitution, malinaw na.
Tingnan lang nila yung
kasi ang
record,
nagiging technicality dito, pag tanungin mo po sila, ano bang definition ng political dynasty?
So yun ang pinag-iisipan namin Buddha, whether we will have a chance of asking the Supreme Court to define what is political dynasty and to implement it in the 2028 elections.
All right. Just last question, sir. We don't have time anymore. Ito pong ICAIC at IPC rather sa Senado, do you think yung sa Congress maipapasa ito before the year ends? No. Yung ICAIC?
We have, sana, I'm hoping, pero we have only 5 working days. 5 session days.
Pero you think this is malaki yung magiging tulong?
Malaking tulong yon. Sabi ko nga, I will have to correct myself. It's not yet dead. The ICIC is not yet dead.
In the ICU.
It's in the ICU. At ano ang remedyo yung pagpapasa ng batas.
Maraming salamat. House Senior Deputy Minority Leader Edgar Eriza. Thank you, sir.
Hanggang dito na lang muna tayo mga kababayan. Isang share, like, subscribe lamang po. Masaya na po tayo dyan para lagi po tayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa. Mag-iingat po tayo palagi mga kababayan. Ito po ang News That Matters and God bless.